Hey guys, welcome back, it's Biggs. Now today's video, I'm going to take you way out there. Now if you're not a fan of all the videos that I do on, say, the spiders and things like that, today might not be the video for you. Because today, I'm going to introduce you to a bunch of the new, creepy, crawly, really out there, weirder stuff. So if you thought the spiders were weird, we're going to take it one step even further. Now if you follow me mainly for the fish stuff, please don't unsubscribe. I promise you there's a lot more fish content coming down the pipe. But Biggs is the mad aquarist. He's got to do some crazy things. So today, let's take a look at all the new stuff. Seeing some of these unique, bizarre creatures up close, some of them are the things of nightmares. This is an entirely different world, an alien world. And these are the animals that rule it. The fierce predators, albeit maybe on a diminutive scale, but I find them all equally fascinating. So let's take a look at some of the new creepy crawlies in the lair. If you dare. This lovable little creature is a giant vingaroon, or more specifically, Mastigoprotus giganteus, a wonderfully unique arachnid that's native to the southern U.S. Vingaroons are often referred to as desert whip scorpions and can be found in tropical and subtropical habitats throughout the Americas, as well as a single specimen, or species, native to Africa. Regardless of their somewhat fearsome appearance, Vingaroons are completely harmless to you, as unlike many of their relatives, they do not possess any venom glands nor delivery system as that of, like, say, a true scorpion. Instead, they rely on capturing their prey using their strong, crushing pedipalps. However, should they ever feel threatened or cornered, this incredible creature has one unique trick up its sleeve. They have the ability to spray a would-be attacker or predator with a misty cocktail comprised of acetic and caprylic acid from the base of their tail, or more correctly, their telson. This acidic cocktail has a scent reminiscent of vinegar, but much stronger in concentration. The regular vinegar that you may have in your house for putting on your French fries or chips is generally only about 5% acetic acid by volume versus the 80% cocktail, which comes from the butt rocket of this vingaroon. Strong enough to damage even the exoskeleton of other invertebrates that thought they may have found an easy meal. Vingaroons are nocturnal predators with very poor eyesight, and their special thin front appendages are actually their modified front legs that are called actiniform legs. And they use these modified appendages to navigate through their surroundings in the dark, searching for their next meal. Now, care for these in captivity is very straightforward, and I would wholeheartedly recommend them as a beginner arachnid. I keep mine at room temperature in small 2.5-gallon enclosures. The enclosures are empointed with some bark pieces for hides, very deep substrate for burrowing, an appropriate-sized water dish. And similar to most other tropical invertebrates, I occasionally overfill the water dish to add a section for increased humidity. They readily take most insect fare such as crickets, mealworms, or superworms. Super unique in appearance and behavior, I find them truly fascinating captives. Now for another fascinating group of arachnids, the tailless whip scorpions. Now I keep several species of these wonderful and perhaps huggable creatures. Now these guys have taken the modification of their front appendages, or antenniform legs, to the absolute extreme, garnering some of them the title of the world's largest arachnids. And yes, some species, although their body may be diminutive, have a leg span of almost 2 feet. Now you may recognize them as one of the creatures that was used by the wizard or Auror Mad-Eye Moody in the Harry Potter, The Goblet of Fire. Now, over 150 species of tailless whip scorpions have been described worldwide, and they can be found in tropical and subtropical environments. I think they're another ideal starter for one's first foray into keeping invertebrates, as they are honestly completely harmless and very easy to care for. Their unique and often quirky method of locomotion is very crab-like in appearance, makes it for a very fascinating captive pet. Now, like the vingaroons, they are completely nocturnal and have relatively poor eyesight, using their extreme antenniform legs to navigate through their environments and source prey. Now, I keep mine at room temperature, similar to that of the vingaroons, but in small vertical enclosures with a slab of bark at an angle for them to hide on until nightfall. And that's when they emerge and begin their hunt. Appropriate sized invertebrate prey is taken readily. Now, if I haven't shown you guys enough nightmare-inducing creatures yet, you better strap yourselves in for some of my absolute favorites. Of course, I'm talking about the centipedes. I keep all sorts of centipedes, and I find them all equally fascinating. These incredibly voracious predators are true elongated metameric arthropods with a single pair of legs per body segment. And it's capped off with a strong pair of venom-injecting pincers-like appendages known as forcipules. Incredibly nimble, lightning fast, the keeping of pet centipedes is definitely not for the faint of heart. With roughly 3,000 described species so far, and more than likely thousands more can be found in a variety of habitats from around the world, from tropical rainforests to arid deserts. Species range in size from the small diminutive under an inch to the giant monsters close to well over 18 inches in size for perhaps the Amazonian giant centipede, Scalopendra gigantea. In captivity, care must be taken to ensure the centipedes have a secure, preferably locking enclosure, not only for the safety of the animal, but for the keeper as well. Appropriately sized depending on the species. I find my usual substrate mix that I use for most of my vivariums, isopods, and so forth to be an excellent medium for both moisture-loving species as well as those preferring a more arid environment. They are opportunistic predators, not choosy whatsoever with their prey. They devour any invertebrate, even small mammals, readily. So if you're looking for an absolutely fascinating, albeit perhaps slightly dangerous pet, then perhaps a centipede is for you. But bear in mind, they are venomous and they do command our respect. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was a lot of fun putting it together. I was only going to give you guys just a little bit of a taste of some of the madness that lurks in the lair of the mad aquarist. There's all sorts of other creatures I haven't even shown you yet, but those are for videos down the road. Now, if you're one of my fish people, you've watched the video all the way to this point, good on you. Thanks for watching, my friends. We'll see you next time. Take care.